Good morning to all my inky fingered friends. Thanks for joining me again for another card tutorial. Today we're going to be featuring a bundle out of the new annual catalog. The stamp set is called Nothing Better Than, and it's got lots of beverages, different types of beverages, and some pretty neat things. And there is a matching die set. Again, this is a bundle. If you would be interested in this, you would receive the 10% discount for a bundle purchase. Our card is featuring chocolate. What's better than chocolate, right? And it's a quick and easy card. Doesn't take long at all to put together. And on the front it says, "Today is a chocolate kind of a day, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be too." And I think that probably fits for a lot of us with everything that's going on, and you just never know what your tomorrow's going to be like, but it proves to be interesting almost every single day. I did an envelope with the chocolate on the front, and then on the back I did some more stamping with chocolates. So I will show you how we're going to do all of that as we proceed with our card. For our card base, it's going to be one of the new in colors. It's called Cinnamon Cider. This measures 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. We have a card front piece, and I've already done the stamping and coloring on this just to save time. This one actually measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. We have another Whisper White for the inside layer, and of course this is our 4 by 5 1/4 layer. We have a circle in the Whisper White that we'll be stamping on. We have a piece of Designer Series paper in the new in color Cinnamon Cider, and this one measures 2.5 by 3 3/4. We have a little tiny strip for the bottom of the inside layer, and this is 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/4. We have a little ribbon, and we'll also be using some of the straight ribbon in the Cinnamon Cider color. This little bow I've already pre-made. And here is our little chocolate thing that's cut out from one of the dies. And what I've done on this is I have put the sticky sheets on the back so that we would have a kind of like a sticker, and it's much easier to apply than trying to put glue on all these little tiny letters. So to get started, we're going to do all our stamping first. We're going to start out using our Memento Black ink pad. And I'm going to use this Stamparatus, and what I've done is I have made a little template with the circle, and we're going to put our little circle in there. And we're going to ink it up in our black. And we will just place this down on the circle that's in the template. Whoops, didn't get the day very good, so we'll try again. And that kind of messed up, so guess what? I have another one. Thankfully, I made another one because I thought I might have an issue. So we will just try it one more time. I'll move my magnet up there a little bit. Maybe that'll help it stay in the circle area that it's supposed to. Put this down. And hopefully we will have a better, oh there, that one's good. So we'll have a little bit more stamping to do with that one, but we just have to put our chocolate across the front. Okay, and then I have the inside greeting set up in another Stamparatus. We'll place our 4 by 5 1/4 sheet in here. Make sure everything's in the corner. Put our magnet on. Again, we're going to be using the black. put that down. And there we go. Nice greeting for the inside. So we are done with our stamping. I think we will go ahead and finish up the inside layer. First thing we're going to do is put our little piece of Designer Series paper on the bottom, and I'm still struggling. I've gotten much better with this Stampin' Seal adhesive, but some days it just does not want to roll, and I don't know if it's the humidity affecting it or if I'm not using the right kind of pressure on it. There we go. I did learn that when you're ready to end it, you push it up and flick off, and that kind of helps to keep it going, but for some reason today it's not working. And I think I'm almost out of adhesive, so that might be the reason why it doesn't want to work. And again, we'll flick it up. Okay, we're just going to take this and run it along the bottom of our inside layer. I'm choosing to not leave any white border at the bottom. I'm lining it up as straight as I can across the bottom. We will turn it and snip off the edges with our scissors. And then I'm going to run a little piece of our ribbon across the top of this. So what I'll do is I'll take my adhesive and just run it a piece right there so that I can attach my ribbon. And we're going to take the ribbon and run it right along the top of this piece of Designer Series paper. Wrap it around on one side to stick it down really well. Turn it. And do the same thing on the other side. We will turn it over. Somewhere here I think I have my ribbon scissors, but maybe not. We'll try this. We'll try these. They're not very sharp, but sometimes they'll work. Okay, there we go. Okay, then we can actually put this down on the inside of our card because we are done with our inside layer. So again, I'm going to try and get this going. I'm going to try and put a little bit of extra along the ribbon just to make sure that it sticks like I want it to. Boy, and this tape is sticky. That's why I really want to get it conquered on how to use it. And I am doing a lot better. I think it just takes practice. Okay, and then we will take this and line it on to our card base. I have a little sticky right there. I'll get that off of there. There we go. So the inside of the card is all done. Now we're going to work on our circle. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to take our black Memento. We're going to take our little chocolate stamp. Ink it up. Make sure that it's got plenty of ink on it. And then we're going to stamp it right up here at the top, kind of in the center of this circle. Leave it there for just a few minutes to get the ink to absorb. There we go. So I'm going to, I colored this background, and we'll be coloring the chocolates on the little circle in the exact same manner. So that's why I went ahead and pre-colored these before I started the video. That way it'll cut down on the amount of time that we're going to be taking to get this video accomplished. So in order to get those colored, what we're going to do is we're going to use our Stampin' Blends. I'm using the soft suede color, the light, and the dark. And we're going to start out with the light. And I am an outliner before I color. I even do that with crayons. I don't know if any of you guys do, but what I did is I just took my blunt end of the blend, and I just went around outlining everything that I was going to color. And this kind of helps me stay in the lines. And it really doesn't take that much longer to get it accomplished. And I just kind of turn my paper, whatever's convenient for me to have a good angle to do my outlining. I do enjoy coloring, but it does take quite a bit of time and adds time to any project that we're going to be doing for coloring. So for our August class, which I'm going to hold on August 14th, which is a Friday, we are going to be using only the Nothing's Better Than stamp set and bundle. And the cards will all be different, but this is the stamp set that I'm going to feature on those. Again, it's going to be on August 14th. And I'm going to change the times. I'm going to do it in the afternoon. The house will be open. The studio will be open for stamping from 1 to 7. You can drop in at any time and do your cards. Now, to color in the chocolates, I'm going to use the brush end of my blend. It goes a little quicker. And once the outlines are done, it's pretty easy to hopefully stay in the lines. Sometimes I struggle with that, but it's okay. We just have a little extra chocolate on our chocolate, that's all. Okay. And then I'm going to take the dark soft suede, and I'm going to use the blunt end again, and I'm just going to outline the chocolate swirls so that it shows up and is a little bit darker. I would say that with all this heat, if you had chocolates like this, you definitely want them in the refrigerator because they're going to melt. I don't know if you guys are struggling with the heat like I am, but I am so ready for it to go away, just to have a bit of a break. Okay, so there's our image. And now what we are going to do is we're going to put the chocolate on there, and all I have to do is find where I set it. There it is, hiding from me. Nope, that's not it either. Hold on. Well, you know what? I made an extra one of those. I know you probably all are seeing it and yelling at me because it's probably right here in front of my face, but I always do that and then I have a hard time finding them. But anyway, I have another one. Again, it's got the adhesive on the back, and all we're going to do is pull this adhesive off. So that we have a sticker, and it's just so much easier to put it on this way than it is to try and put glue on the back of all these little pieces. And we're going to take this and we're going to lay it down on our circle. And rub it down. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take and put some dimensionals on the back of this so that we'll have a popped up image. And I always put one in the middle. I kind of got that one up a little high, so I'll put one right there. Okay, now before we can attach this to our card, we have to put on our, we have to put our designer series paper on our white layer that I have already randomly stamped the chocolate images and colored them in just exactly the way we did the ones on the circle. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is take my Stampin' Seal. Put it along the edges. Once I can't get it going again. Oh, my. I'm just going to change out the refill because I think there's so little left on here it doesn't want to grab. Okay, I have a little bit of something on there, but it's going to be covered up, so we're not going to worry too much about it. So then I'm just going to lay this on here, and we just have a tiny border, not a very big border at all on this one. Lay it down, and adhere it down, and then once again I'm going to take just the ribbon, and I'm going to put this along the side like I did on the inside layer. Let me see, where is it? And we will again just lay this along the top of this Designer Series paper layer. Wrap it around. Do the same thing on this side. Have it fairly taut. And I will take my scissors, cut it off. Check it to make sure that it's reasonably straight, which it actually is, which is amazing for me. And then we will just affix this layer to our card base. I'm going to put a little bit of extra adhesive on the ribbon itself just to make sure it stays attached. Okay. And then we are going to put this on our card base. This one has a little bit wider of a margin, so that a little bit more of the brown shows. I love this cinnamon cider brown. I think it's very pretty. Of course, I love cinnamon, so maybe that's why. Okay, there we go. Now, all we have to do is take our backings off of our dimensionals. And we will take and place this kind of over to the right because we want to have room for our bow. Right there, that works. Okay, now to put our bow down, I'm going to actually use some double-sided tape. I think it helps the bow to stick longer, but you can also use a glue dot to get it put down. I never recommend liquid glue because it takes quite a while for the glue to settle into the ribbon, and sometimes your bow does not want to stick. So I'm just going to put the double-sided tape. I'm going to really burnish this down because sometimes it does not want to come up from ribbon very easily. So hopefully this one will work and I can just pop it right up. We'll see. And there we go. Okay, and then we are going to put our little bow down right next to it. Push it down really well so that it's adhered to that. Oops. I need to pull it up a little bit. It kind of slid down on me. Let's see. Wow, maybe I won't. Maybe I can do it that way. Okay. Take our scissors. And once again, I don't have my ribbon scissors, but hopefully I can get these to work. And we'll just trim it off. Oops. Okay, there's that. Now we need to do our envelope. And let's see, did I have an envelope here? I thought I did. Let me see. Hold on just 1 minute. I'll run grab another envelope. I guess I didn't bring one over. It's quite easy in my room now because everything is here in one spot, so it's not quite so hard for me to find things. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our soft suede ink pad. I have the word chocolate. I'm going to ink that up. That's going to go right down here in the right hand corner. Ah, look at there. That's okay. I'll use another one, but just to show you how I did I just want to show you how I did the chocolates, because I did this one a little bit different than the other one. The chocolate stamp is the same, and we're going to use the basic black, and I did 3 of them. I did one in the center, and then one on each side. That is exactly the same as I did on the other things. But we're not going to color this one. In the stamp set, there is a stamp that actually fills in the color. I don't like it as well because it leaves a pretty good white margin around the edge, and I kind of liked it to be solid. But I thought for the envelope it would be perfectly fine, and so we will. You have to just kind of line up the edges, and hopefully you won't get my head in here so that I can get that accomplished. And then you just push it down, and again, I leave it for a few minutes to absorb. And as you can see, it kind of leaves a larger white margin, and I didn't line that one up the very best, but at least gives you the idea of how we're doing this. And it is considerably faster than doing it the way I was than coloring it. And there we go. Now that one's pretty good. It's got the white all the way around on all 4 sides. So it does take a little practice to line them up. It's called 2-step stamping, and it's kind of fun. So there's our envelope with a little boo-boo, and I'll either have to cover that up or see if I can get it erased. And here's our card. So I hope you like this card, and as I say, we're going to be featuring this set with different greetings, different beverages, so forth for our August class. Be sure and check out my blog at simplylovestampin.com. There will be the details on the card, measurements and so forth, and more details about the class times. So hope you all have a great day. I hope it's a little bit cooler day than it has been, and thank you so much for watching my video, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.